Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a beautiful girl named Lila. She was 20 years old, with bright green eyes and long chestnut hair. Her family was poor, but they were happy. They lived in a modest house and cared deeply for one another. Lila loved reading books and often dreamed of a better life beyond the village. One day, while visiting the village market, she met a boy named Ethan. Ethan was tall, handsome, with dark hair and a gentle smile. He came from a wealthy family. His parents owned a large estate and many lands. Lila and Ethan quickly became friends. They talked for hours, laughed together, and enjoyed long walks through the fields and along the river. They shared their dreams and hopes, growing closer each day. One day, Ethan looked into Lila's eyes and said, "Lila, I love you. Will you marry me?" Lila's heart filled with joy. "Yes, Ethan," she replied. "I love you too." But their happiness was soon challenged. Ethan's parents disapproved of Lila. "You cannot marry her," his mother said. "She is not from a wealthy family." His father agreed, saying, "You need to marry someone from our status." Ethan was heartbroken. He loved Lila and couldn't imagine life without her. "Money doesn't matter," he told his parents. "Lila is kind and good," but they refused to listen. Lila, aware of the situation, felt deeply saddened. She loved Ethan but didn't want to cause problems for him. "Maybe we shouldn't marry," she told him softly. "I don't want to make your life harder." "No, Lila," Ethan replied. "We'll find a way. I will always love you." Despite Ethan's efforts, his parents did not change their minds. Lila's family, too, was worried. "We love you, Lila," her mother said, "but perhaps it's best to let Ethan go." Lila cried many nights. She didn't know what to do. Eventually, she told Ethan, "I love you, but it's better if we don't marry. Your parents will never accept me." Ethan was devastated. "I understand," he said, "but I will always love you." They hugged and cried, knowing the world was against them. They chose to remain friends and support each other from afar. Lila stayed in the village, working hard to help her family. Ethan continued his life, but he never forgot Lila. Years passed, and though they lived separate lives, they held on to the love they once shared. When Lila's father fell seriously ill, she cared for him day and night. Ethan heard the news and came to help. "Lila, I'm so sorry," he said. "Can I do anything?" His kindness touched her deeply. "Thank you, Ethan," she said. "Your support means everything." Ethan brought food, medicine, and comfort to Lila's family. Her father gradually recovered, and Lila's gratitude for Ethan grew even stronger. They spent more time together, reconnecting and sharing dreams. But they knew Ethan's parents would never accept their relationship. Eventually, Ethan had to leave for work in the city. "I'll write to you," he promised. "I'll miss you," Lila replied. "Take care." They exchanged letters often, sharing stories, thoughts and feelings. Ethan became successful in his work but never stopped loving Lila. One day, he returned to the village and knocked on her door. Lila opened it in surprise. "Ethan, you're back. I missed you," he said with a smile. They talked for hours. "I still love you, Lila," Ethan said. "I want to be with you." Lila hesitated. "But your parents?" "I've saved enough," Ethan said. "I can support us. I don't need their approval anymore." Lila was touched. "I'm proud of you, Ethan. But are you sure? You are my happiness," he said. "I want to build a life with you." They married in a small, joyful ceremony, surrounded by friends and family. Lila's family was overjoyed. Ethan's parents didn't attend, but Ethan and Lila didn't let that stop them. They moved to the city, worked hard and built a life together. They faced challenges, but their love kept them strong. Years passed, and they had children, teaching them kindness and love. Lila and Ethan grew old side by side. They looked back on their journey with pride, knowing that true love can overcome even the greatest obstacles. And so, Lila and Ethan lived happily ever after, cherishing the love they never gave up on. The end. Moral of the story: a deep and detailed reflection. This story of Lila and Ethan carries a rich, heartfelt moral that explores the complexities of true love, societal expectations, sacrifice, resilience, and the strength of character. 1. True love goes beyond wealth or status. At its core, the story emphasizes that love is not measured by material wealth, but by the depth of feeling, kindness, and connection between two people. Lila and Ethan's bond was sincere and enduring, even in the face of disapproval and hardship. Their love was based on understanding, trust, and shared dreams, not riches or social standing. Lesson: real love is about hearts, not bank accounts. When love is genuine, it thrives regardless of circumstances. 2. Society often sets unfair limits on love. Ethan's parents serve as symbols of a society that judges worth by class and wealth. Their prejudice created unnecessary suffering and loss. Yet, the story critiques this mindset, showing that such views can lead to unhappiness even for those who think they are protecting their own. Lesson: societal norms and expectations can be blind and unfair. Following them without compassion can hurt others and oneself. 3. Sacrifice is sometimes an act of love. Lila's willingness to let Ethan go, despite loving him deeply, was an act of profound emotional maturity and selflessness. She did not want him to suffer or lose his family's support because of her. Her choice was painful but made out of love and care. Lesson: true love is not selfish. It sometimes means letting go for the other person's well-being. 4. Time tests love, and patience strengthens it. Over the years, despite distance and separation, Lila and Ethan's feelings remained strong. Their continued communication and support for one another showed that love can endure even without constant presence. Love that is patient and resilient can survive anything. Final moral: true love is not just about passion, it's about patience, sacrifice, and resilience. It's about choosing each other, even when the world says you shouldn't. And in choosing love over pride, compassion over judgment, and character over class, we find what truly matters in life.